Hello, welcome back. It occurred to me that some of you may be anxiously awaiting the results of my investigation. While I'm not ready to reveal yet everything that I have learned over these years, I did do one thing for you. I updated my YouTube channel's picture. After this video, check it out and look carefully to see what's really in the picture. And when you see it, I guarantee you it will spike your interests. Let's talk about some other things. It is a strange world we live in. Does the Loch Ness Monster really exist? Ghosts are among us. Horror films are a booming industry. Heck, Jeffrey Dahmer tried making his own personal zombies by drilling holes in their skulls and putting caustic chemicals in their brain tissue. Where was I? You can go to an average library, public library. You can find scores of books in the adult and children's section alike. They cover aliens, the undead, uncanny beasts and monsters. When I was in the Rockies, I stopped at a gift shop in Boulder. There were toys, dolls, pins, and bumper stickers, all of Bigfoot's likeness. Let's talk about some actual factual evidence. 4,000 years ago, the Epic of Gilgamesh spoke of a hairy creature. The Kwakiutl tribe in British Columbia carved man-beasts in their caves and on their walls. They called it the Wild Man of the Woods, or Bukwas. In 986 AD, when the Norse came to the New World, Leif Erikson wrote of a hairy man-beast. Does anyone else feel like they're being watched, or is it just me? Anyway, true story. He talked about an ugly, hairy creature. He called it the Skellring. These claims are not new. They've been going on for thousands of years. In the 1880s, in British Columbia, a creature called the Jacko was caught. Supposedly, it was a juvenile Bigfoot, and yet when it was held captive, it mysteriously disappeared. In the 1890s, in southern Oregon, near the Chitko River, a group of loggers and their families mysteriously had an incident that is unsolvable, unexplainable. There were trees, logs, humongous in stature, that only like 3 or 4 men could at a time would have to be around just to move one of them. They came back to their area and they found that they were scattered, like as if they were twigs, or like us throwing toothpicks. That night, the loggers and their families were awakened by screams. They went out with rifles and lanterns, but they did not come back. Their friends and family went out to find them, and what they found was grotesque. Bodies torn apart, slammed against trees, broken, bloodied, all dead. Something that must have had hands did this, because it picked them up and slammed them against the trees and the logs. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go to more modern times, I guess. Let's talk about the Patterson video. You all know the Patterson video of 1967, the famous video of Bigfoot. Well, turns out that wasn't Bigfoot. That was a female gorilla costume. And I know this because in 2004, Bob Hieronymus, he admitted that he wore the costume and that Roger Patterson was to pay him $1,000 to wear this costume and be video recorded. Roger Patterson wanted to make a lot of money off it. He actually died several years after that. Another reason I know this is true is because paranormal investigator Greg Long tracked down a gorilla suit sold by Philip Morris. At some point, Philip Morris also came out and admitted his role in this hoax. Of course, he may not have known, or at least he says he didn't know, that it was going to be a hoax. He just sold someone a costume, which certainly could have been like a normal everyday occurrence, at least for the mysterious people out there. Anyhow, moving on. In 1996, Idaho State University took over 100 Bigfoot casts and over 50 pictures of Bigfoot prints, and they studied them. And what they found was that the flat, flexible foot of the Sasquatch and its gait cycle would be an efficient evolution to navigating the steep mountain forest terrain that it would be living in. In modern recent times, there's been an explosion of eyewitness accounts of Bigfoot, videos, pictures, stories, Fox News reports, you name it. They're all over the place. And yet, in 2017, we still don't have any concrete evidence whether Bigfoot actually exists or is simply a hoax. In my next video, The Evolution of Bigfoot, I will give you the significance in the evolution of Bigfoot's existence. Can't wait to go through that. You'll be very impressed. I guarantee it. My video after that, I believe, is when I will first show you our footage in the wild. And that's when the evidence of my investigation really gets interesting. We'll see you soon.